4.5 months since Hurricane Maria ravaged Puerto Rico, the storm is changing Florida. At least 200,000 people from Puerto Rico have moved here since the storm. Some estimate the number is double that. This impacts our schools, our real estate, our tax dollars. So tonight, I'm taking you inside Puerto Rico to see why so many people are leaving. That concrete power pole weighs 7,000 pounds. It has to go on the side of a mountain.
There's no real roads going up there.
In a remote area of Puerto Rico.
It is pretty challenging. The terrain is very rough here.
The Army Corps of Engineers and contracted crews from the States have worked for 2 months on this site alone, and they still have another 3 weeks to go.
I've been to Afghanistan, and this is pretty challenging here. At least as challenging as that.
Hurricane Maria knocked out power to 100% of Puerto Rico. The Army Corps estimates some people won't have it again until May. Part of the delay is that Puerto Rico is competing with states like Florida and Texas for these same materials. As of mid-January, 4 months after the storm, Puerto Rico had ordered about 50,000 of these poles, but less than half had arrived.
We're working in conjunction to get as many lights on as we can, as fast as we can.
In the town of Morovis, power isn't the only concern. Flooding from Maria washed away the main bridge. I asked residents what they'll do when rainy season arrives and they can't cross here.
¿Qué vas a hacer cuando viene la lluvia otra vez?
Si viene la lluvia, tengo que irme por otra vía.
Omar Vergara said he'll have to drive an hour out of his way and take a back route home. The living conditions on the island, combined with an already struggling economy, spawned a mass evacuation to the mainland, mostly to Florida.
I left Puerto Rico for a better future for him.
Lydia Velez's son, Ivan, got appendicitis 4 days after the hurricane. The hospital didn't have power and the phone lines were down.
It was bad. It was terrible because they had to run to get the surgeon with the police department. They had to go and knock on the surgeon door.
As soon as he could fly, they moved to Lehigh Acres. Ivan is now finishing his senior year of high school at Riverdale. 188 students from Puerto Rico have enrolled in Lee County schools since Hurricane Maria. Another 50 are now in Collier County schools. Puerto Rico's governor estimates 8% of the island's population will have left by next year.
¿Piensas en salir?
Seguro.
Jose Centano told me he might move to Orlando. For now, he has a steady job guarding a generator that AT&T needs to power its transmission tower overlooking the southeast coast. But when the power comes back on,
Y hay mucho desempleo ahora aquí.
he's not sure if he'll be able to find a job. The U.S. took control of Puerto Rico after winning the Spanish-American War in 1898. 54 years later, the island became a U.S. territory. But many of the people there, like Gloria Vargas, who volunteers to help with the homeless, feel like second-class citizens in the wake of Hurricane Maria.
We don't know why they don't help us more. It's not that they give us money. I don't want that. It's that they help us with incentive like we used to have. But now they're treating us like we are not part of the States, and we are part of the States.
So what do you think about Puerto Rico's future?
It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a challenge.